This is CBS News Miami.
Now at 11, President Trump sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, marking a comeback only seen twice in American history.
From this moment on, America's decline is over.
The commander-in-chief wasting no time, signing several executive orders, from cracking down on immigration
All illegal entry will immediately be halted.
to pardoning more than 1,000 January 6 rioters. His actions giving way to what he calls a new era in America.
The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun.
President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump sharing a first dance just minutes ago at the Commander-in-Chief Ball. The president was wearing a tuxedo while the First Lady revealed a new black and white dress. This ball is one of the last events of the day to celebrate Donald Trump's inauguration. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this historic night. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. President Trump has already reversed more than 70 Biden-era policies. He also pardoned 1,500 January 6 rioters. Tonight, we have team coverage on the Trump inauguration. Let's take you live to our nation's capital, where CBS News Miami's Lauren Pastrana has been braving the bitter cold in Washington, where she is standing by live. And Lauren, a long and historic day.
It really has been long, historic, and cold, as you mentioned. But, Elliot, as you well know, all presidential inaugurations are historic. But this one will certainly go down in the history books for how this frigid weather has really forced big changes here in how this inauguration was carried out in our nation's capital. For starters, the president was sworn in not outside of the U.S. Capitol, but inside the U.S. Capitol Rotunda with a much more intimate crowd, cramped quarters, if you saw the video from earlier today. Then no parade, at least not in the traditional sense. Instead, you saw marching bands from across the country, color guard troops all marching in front of President Trump, and Vice President J.D. Vance and their families gathered at the Capital One Arena. And, of course, all those supporters who had waited for hours to get a glimpse of the president. They weren't complaining, though, despite all these big changes, because even with all of that, all the differences that we saw here in how democracy is carried out, the presidential transfer of power must carry on.